For the first time ever, we may have things more intelligent than us. How do we survive that? This profound question from Geoffrey Hinton, a godfather of artificial intelligence, is not a distant speculation. It is the defining challenge of our present moment. A very good morning to all the dignitaries, the respected chairman, teacher in charge, staff members, and my fellow peers. My name is Anshika Raut, and on behalf of SHREE AGRASAIN College, it is my privilege to welcome you all to today's seminar brought to you by the Times of India as part of their Leaders on Campus initiative. We are gathered here to directly engage with the monumental force that prompts Hinton's urgent inquiry. Our session, Artificial Intelligence for Social Sustainability, is a deep exploration of this very survival. To lead us on this essential journey, we are privileged to host a pioneer who has been at the forefront of this very evolution. Professor Dr. Amlan Chakrabarti, a luminary in the fields of science and technology, whose groundbreaking work has not only pushed the boundaries of what is possible, but has also been celebrated with the highest national and international recognitions. More than a collection of accolades, his career is a testament to dedicated research, rigorous innovation, and a deep understanding of the true progress must be guided by human-centric wisdom. He joins us today to provide essential insights on building a future where intelligence and our core values advance together. The Times of India Leaders on Campus is a masterful initiative that places the architects of tomorrow's India in direct conversation with its future builder. By bringing luminaries from diverse fields to college auditoriums, it does more than inspire. It creates a dynamic form of interaction. The profound benefit for students lies in the rare chance to intimately know, question, and share thoughts with such exemplary figures. This dialogue demystifies success, provides real-world frameworks for tackling challenges, and instills the confidence in students to carve their own bold paths. Before we proceed further, let me take a moment to introduce our institution, SHREE AGRASAIN College. This institution does more than educate. It builds the future in its labs, classrooms, and collaborative spaces. The critical questions of our time are met with rigor, creativity, and a profound sense of responsibility. It is a community where talent is honed, ideas are amplified, and leaders are forged. Precisely the environment needed for the vital discussions we are about to have today. Let us now begin the event with a huge round of applause for the incredible collaboration between the Times of India and SHREE AGRASAIN College. I would now like to invite our esteemed chairman, Shri Mahabir Prasad Prof, to share a few words with us.
A very good morning to our distinguished speaker, Professor Dr. Amlan Chakrabarti Sahab, and the incredible team of our Times of India, esteemed staff, teachers, professors, and members, and my beloved students. It gave me immense pleasure to welcome you all at this seminar on artificial intelligence organized by our college in collaboration with Times of India Group. SHREE AGRASAIN College, we continuously strive to provide our students with a platform to learn, grow, and engage in critical thinking. Today's seminar is a proof of our commitment to quality student education. I hope this seminar will be a valuable experience for all, and we will have the opportunity to engage in meaningful discussions. Thank you, sir. Wishing you all an emerging and enlightening session. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for sharing those profound and inspiring words with us today. I now invite our respected chairman, Shri Mahabir Prasad Prof, and our beloved teacher in charge, Professor Shobhanita Datta, whose dedication and visionary leadership have profoundly shaped this institution, inspiring both faculty and students alike, and have cultivated a legacy of excellence that resonates throughout our academic community. Sir, ma'am, we request you to kindly come on stage to felicitate our esteemed speaker, Professor Dr. Amlan Chakrabarti, with Uttorio, bouquet, memento, and a gift hamper. Sir, please stay back with us. So please be seated. Thank you, sir and ma'am, for the felicitation. It is my honor to now introduce Professor Dr. Amlan Chakrabarti in detail. Dr. Chakrabarti is the director of A.K. Choudhury School of Information Technology, University of Calcutta, and adjunct professor, IIT New Delhi. He pursued his PhD from the University of Calcutta and was postdoctoral fellow at the School of Engineering, Princeton University. He has more than 20 years of experience in engineering education and research and has been the recipient of numerous prestigious awards such as the Erasmus Mundus Leaders Awards, the JSPS Invitation Research Award, the Shiksha Ratna Award by the Department of Higher Education, Government of West Bengal, the IBM Quantum Researchers Access Award, the Hamiad Visiting Professorship from University of Cambridge, UK. He has published more than 200 research papers. He has 6 patents and 3 copyrights. He is the Vice President of Data Science Society and the Vice Chairman of CSI Kolkata. Professor Amlan Chakrabarti's journey is not just about the numerous awards and achievements, but about inspiring a generation of students in the field of science and technology, as well as in life. Without further ado, I now invite Professor Dr. Amlan Chakrabarti to address us on Artificial Intelligence for Social Sustainability.
So thank you and a very good morning to all here. Thanks to the chairman, sir, for greeting me in the morning. Thanks to the teacher in charge, ma'am, for greeting me in the morning and supporting this event. Right, and a big round of applause for Times of India, who are connected with me for a few occasions, and that is the way I get to meet some of the very young talents of our state and of our country. So thanks for organizing this. This college, right, has hosted this event, and this is a very important event considering the present, what I can say, the present success, fine, as well as the sort of thought process what AI is emerging. Okay, I am connected with 2 specific activities. I can say that why why I might fit into this particular context of AI for social sustainability. So I am mentoring a group of Infosys. So Infosys has made a reliable AI platform, which is still a beta version. Okay, right? And this reliable AI means that, and okay, though we know that artificial intelligence is something where we build models, okay, and the models will be running on the machines, which will work on their own way, okay, based on the real-time scenario. Okay, right? What needs to be done, they will do as an expert. Those machines will do as an expert, or those machines will predict, those algorithms will predict that what will happen next based on the present scenario, just like an expert can actually do that, okay? But the challenge is that though the AI is doing those works, but AI has been found that there are numerous pitfalls, okay? First pitfalls is that means it does very good for certain sectors of population or a certain zones of population, but if we take the other zones of population, it doesn't work that way. That is called a sort of biasness in AI. So many of the AI tools which were trained, okay, with the data coming from only a group of people fails miserably when it works for the other group of people, because those group of people were not considered as the sample data when the model was trained, right? And that is called the biasness, and there are several examples of biasness are there, okay? Second is that explainability. Okay, that means AI tells you that this will happen or this will not happen, right? Or this is the case which is true and this is the case which is false. Suppose I am passing a CT scan of the lungs, okay, where I do work with PLS Hospital on those particular domains, right, where we try to generate AI-based softwares, okay, which can help the doctors to identify the nodules in the lung from the lung CT images. Like, but the question is that what AI does, AI tells that, okay, this is a nodule and this is not a nodule, but it's very difficult to come up with an answer from AI that why it has said that this particular image is a nodule and why it has said that this particular image doesn't have a nodule. Then what do I have to do? I have to go into the model and I have to find that what the model is doing and how it has been done, which is a very difficult proposition from the user's perspective. So users or domain experts are not confident with AI if AI only tells that this is a cancer nodule and this is a benign. Okay, because doctors want that what are the medical assumptions the tool has taken to come to this conclusion. Okay, because when you go to a real doctor will make you understand that, sir, this is the reason why I have said that this is cancerous, and these are the possible reasons why it is not cancerous. If AI can do that, then that AI becomes an explainable AI, which means that whatever it is throwing as an answer, whatever it is throwing as its answer, okay, that the same tool can explain that, why it has concluded that, because otherwise domain experts will not work with a black box. Okay. Third thing is that whether AI is maintainable. What is maintainable means in terms of AI? Madam has chosen a software, an ERP software for the college driven by AI, right? Suddenly there are some new courses comes up, new type of courses college management decides it, or there is an increase in the infrastructure. Whether that change in the data, for that the current AI is okay, or we have to buy again a new AI, or we have to retrain again the AI with all the new things. So how an AI tool which has been trained and modeled with certain set of data, when the distribution gets a little bit modified or changed, whether that AI tool is basically work well. Because suppose you are buying a car, right? Anybody can give you a speed of the car in a highway, okay, but you will be mostly driving in a rural, Okay, right? Whether that car will give the same efficiency, right? You at least want an average efficiency in the rural areas also, where the roads are not like highways. Okay, so that amount of safety and security in the AI needs to be done. So all this comes together, and we define something called reliable AI. Okay, so Infosys has developed a reliable AI platform, and I am mentoring. So Infosys gave a call to the researchers, to the startups, to the people from the social perspective, and it is an Indo-UK AI acceleration call, where I have been given responsibility to mentor two groups, which is composed of varied expertise. I mean, there are startup experts, there are people from startup, there are people from research labs, there are people from power sectors, there are people from social welfare, and that means, and I'm having two problems. One problem is that, okay, the power grids, which are the basic backbone of our power supply, okay, so how to schedule the normal power, which is the normal fuel, which is the fossil fuel, and the renewable energy, so that the carbon footprint is reduced. Okay, so one problem. Second problem specification is that, can we make digital twin for the power grids so that we can maintain it well? So these are the two problems where two very strong groups are working, and I'm mentoring them as such, and this will be one of them. Okay, it's a contest one. Okay, from in one of them will be displayed in the India AI Big program, which is happening in February in New Delhi. Okay, where India will be showing its power of AI. Okay, okay, this is the one thing. Another, I'm associated with an Indo-German collaboration, which is being constituted by the Ministry of Information Technology, Government of India, and which is led by Professor Parthapratim Chakrabarti of IIT Kharagpur. Okay, so under leadership of Professor Chakrabarti, I think 7 researchers of the country from different IITs and other institutes, we are forming a team with a German counterpart to define that if I am choosing an AI tool, what should be the metrics? Okay, because when we choose a cloth, say a garment, there are certain metrics. Okay, say the quality of the cloth should be something which I want. Budget should be something. There should be some size. There should be some stretchability factor. So these are the metrics of everything. When we try to buy from the market, we look into the metrics, right? And that metrics defines whether that is, because some metrics are good for some other customer and some metrics are good for myself. Okay, so what will be the metrics, right, of an AI tool? Okay, so that gets to be absorbed or adopted, okay, by an enterprise. Okay, for that, India and Germany has made a team, and we are having discussions in every month, and we are presenting our first paper. We have already submitted our first paper to Nature. Let's see what is the feedback of that study. So this is what's going on, both in industries, both in top level industries and in international level, where people are not only interested to just develop AI, people are interested that whether AI can actually solve the purpose, okay, what is required, right? And that is what is being discussed today, and I'm very happy that I am a part of this discussion, and I hope that all of you, my dear students and the colleagues, faculty colleagues from this institute, will have great food for thought, and we will, through Times of India, okay, we will get engaged in some fruitful outcome of this discussion. Thank you all.
Thank you, Professor, for your insightful lecture on artificial intelligence for social sustainability. You have provided us with a deeply nuanced framework, not only of AI's extraordinary potential, but also of the profound ethical and human considerations it demands. Your insights have given the audience much to contemplate and carry forward. Thank you, sir. Next, our keynote speaker will join us for a fireside chat, where we'll explore practical insights and personal perspectives on how AI can drive sustainable solutions. It is my honor to introduce our moderator for this session, Professor Arijit Kanungo, Department of Computer Science. He has earned his MSc in Computer Science from the University of Burdwan and takes special interest in artificial intelligence. Professor Arijit Kanungo began his teaching career as a lecturer in the Department of Computer Science at Srirampur Girls College, where he served for 2 years. For the past 17 years, he has been a cornerstone of the Department of Computer Science at SHREE AGRASAIN College, where he also holds the pivotal roles of IQAC coordinator and center in charge. With a teaching experience of nearly 20 years, his dedication to academic excellence, institutional quality assurance, and the advancement of computer science education in our institution has established him as a respected and integral leader within the institution. Please, can we have a round of applause for Sir?
Hello.
Good morning, everyone, dignified guest, my esteemed colleagues, Honorable Chairman, sir.
Hello.
Hello.
Everyone,
Hello.
Honorable Chairman, sir, my esteemed colleagues, and Honorable Speaker, Professor Dr. Amlan Chakrabarti. Today I will be moderating this session with some questions with Dr. Chakrabarti. And before we move to the fire chat round, I would want to say that what AI is. Whether we are using AI in a bad or in a good way, AI should be used in a positive way, and it should not be used for any malpractice. What Dr. Chakrabarti said is that AI is having some positive aspect as well as some negative aspects also. So we should always move with our positive aspect of using AI as a tool. AI is not a, AI should not be stigmatized. So let us move to our fire chat round with some questions. Sir, our first question is the AI solution sufficiently protected against attacks, accidents, or errors?
Yeah, very good question. Actually, okay. So AI, the basic focus of AI is using the data, present data. Okay. So when the data is consumed or captured from various sources, two things comes into the things. One is the data security and one is the data privacy. Security means that unauthenticated access or unauthenticated tampering of the data, modifying the data, which is called the confidentiality and integrity attack. Confidentiality means that you cannot, that means, okay, the access is unauthenticated, right? And integrity means that you have modified the data. Okay, so these two we need to make this levels very well done. Okay, otherwise the AI model will get trained with a data which is a corrupted data, right? And the second one is data privacy. which means that if I am building a model, right, I have to push my data, right, and if I don't have infrastructure, then the model will be developed in some other infrastructure. Now, what is the guarantee that that particular agency which is giving me the infrastructure for developing my model is not exploiting my data and pushing it to some other pockets which is not intended, right? And the data privacy means that the wrong usage of data, which means that I have given a blood sample for test of my malaria parasite is there or not, or some of my body parameters. But the same blood sample can be used to decode my genetic information, which I don't want, which I haven't signed the contract to do that. And if somebody does that, then it is a breach of data privacy, because I'm using the blood data for some other purpose which was not intended. Okay, this is the first layer we have to make sure. The third layer is the attack on the model itself. Model once built, right, it is built on some sort of weights or hyperparameters of the model and some functions which are performed at the various nodes of the model. Okay, now if the model is not secured, okay, if the model is attacked, then the the inference what the model generates will go for a hayway. So the modern strategy is that you use a sort of models which can work on the encrypted data, which is basically the different types of homomorphic encryption. People are using the hard cryptography like PQCs, post-quantum cryptographies, to transfer the data, right? And there are some ways by which the models are also encrypted, right? And people are trying to use a sort of an API-based, very secured API-based communication, okay? So that when the models are accessed also, right, it is only passing your data to the models and waiting for the inference coming up of the models, not accessing the models as such. Okay, so the guideline is that what you have said, it is very, very pertinent that when you build an AI engine and when you build an AI tool for your purpose, okay, right, you have to know that what are the guardrails for this AI, both in terms of protecting the data, what this model has consumed or consuming, as well as the model itself. Otherwise, it can, if it falls into wrong hands, right, it will be making some inferences which may be disastrous.
Thank you, sir, for your lucid explanation. That means AI should be used in a positive and effective way.
Right.
Thank
right.
you,
with proper security and privacy in place.
Thank you, sir. Let me proceed to our next question. That is, will AI, very relevant question this is, will AI reduce jobs or create new job opportunities?
Yeah, that means, see, there are speculations. There are speculations in the say that some of the types of the jobs will not be required. Okay, because AI will be fine to handle those work processes. But again, as AI work processes will just be going all over, okay, to handle those AI work processes, to control those AI work processes, to mitigate the different issues which comes across those AI-based work processes, we require people. Jobs will be created, but they will have some different expertise. So okay, so the guideline is that what I will say is that if you feel that that means you will not be accustomed with the AI. That means AI doesn't mean only the AI developers. AI is used in every sector. AI cannot be without a domain expert. So if you are telling that I will be using AI for the legal practices, if I am using AI for the medical practices, okay, the way it should work is that a team of AI and medical expert, a team of AI and legal experts. So these new teams, see, that means today I am working with a group of IIT Indore, who are working, who are very expert in astrophysics and space and solar weather, right? And they are now actually connecting with me, me to develop some algorithms for their analysis. Okay, so these based on AI. So these opportunities were not there earlier. Okay, earlier computer science people would have only worked with the problems of computer science. Now the people from physics, chemistry, they are also coming into the domain of AI, and they are also taking the help of AI developers. So they will be the AI users and we will be the AI developers. So I think new marriages of skills will come up with this AI, and this will flow to every sector. So ideally, if you adopt AI courses, right, early of your career, and if you get continuous training, only the challenge is that, and that is for this generation, the generation, student generation. Okay, we survive maybe with one or two, what I can say, one or two changes in the jobs. But when it comes to your career, you will have maybe 10 changes in the jobs, because the skills are so changing. Okay, so in these changing skills, right, you should look into the opportunity of taking AI along with it, and there will be new jobs, multiple jobs will be created to actually supervise AI tools, to maintain AI tools, to manage AI tools, to find the effective use of the AI tools, right, and to develop AI tools. So these jobs are not there today, and these jobs will be done in every domain. Try to understand. There are so many domains: finance, sciences, okay, different branches of technology, arts and culture, humanities. So I am very positive. I am positive that somebody who is learning AI and its usage with the domain knowledge, he or she will have very good opportunities in the next, in the career path. Yeah.
Actually, everyone is scared about AI. You will take my job. AI will take all the jobs in future.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so. Maybe the PT programming job will go. Nobody will now require that means a programmer who can only just program as per the directions. But people will know that how to drive AI tools, how to monitor AI tools which can generate programming for you for a specific functionality, for a specific behavior, how you can generate a code, right? And how that means, and you have to have expertise to verify that whether the code is good or bad. So those type of expertise are required nowadays. It's not a programmer only who knows the programming languages. A programmer who knows the programming languages, a programmer who knows that an AI generated tool in a particular domain of programming, what are the normal flaws, okay, right, and what are the ways to correct those, right, and what are the ways to verify those. So there will be more activities will be done by an expert now, okay, but he or she should have the idea of how to use AI in his or her domain.
Thank you, sir. Sir, there is a question that what social risk arise from AI? Because everyone is adapting AI. Everyone is adapting AI.
Yeah.
Most of the students, they are opening ChatGPT and etc., and they are preparing notes. And then what social means, what is the problem here? That means
there are a lot of wrong things which can happen if the AI is not handled well. Okay, because AI gives you a power, right? Like all strong technology gives you a power, right? And that power can be used for good purpose and can be used for very wrong purpose. Okay. For example, as you said, that means the ChatGPT, OpenAI, right? These are something which are generative AI based tools, right? And these generative AI based tools will generate something based on your choice, right? And if you are a very wrong person, your choices are very wrong, and you generate something with those wrong intentions and float something in the public which can create a lot of things, like what we know that nowadays this these generative AI tools can create images, can create videos, can create audios, right? And these are called deep fakes. Deep fakes are something which are actually portraying a real personality in video, in audio, or in image. It's a really existing personality, but the content is generated just to malign the personality, or to malign the organization where the personality is, or to malign the state or the country where the personality is, right? And obviously for the common public, if it comes at the very 0 hour, public can accept it, because nobody has the right tool to test whether it is generated in a fake way. Obviously there are AI tools, because these fake generations have a pattern which can be easily taken by the AI verification tools. We can understand that this is based on a typical pattern, right? And so it is a generated information, right? And it is a fake information. The AI tools can detect it. Okay, but that means how long it will take for an AI tool to detect. If it is for my very close family members, suppose I create something, that means some of my enemy has created something of my close family member, right, and have just pushed it to me that he or she is in a very mess, in a very serious scenario, right? And that will make me very what I can say, that means that will actually totally pull me out of anything, right? And that is very wrong. Okay. Secondly is that I can deliberately, that means being an organization who is using AI, or being a group who is using AI, I can actually marginalize one group or one organization due to putting some inherent biasness. Okay, I will tell you, that means if you open to ChatGPT, right, and if you just, right, and it is a biasness in all ways. Yeah, it has biasness in gender, it has biasness in religion, it has biasness in the groups, social groups, like that. Means just if you can tell me, if anyone, okay, open AI, okay, that means any, and just tell that top 10 doctors in this city, right? You can just test it. It will give almost it will give 9 as male doctors and only 1 female doctor. In some cases it will give all 10 are male doctors. Okay, if you type lawyers in my city, it will again give almost all are male lawyers. No female lawyers you will get most of the cases. There was a post, there was a query generated that the housekeepers of the world, if you just generate the housekeepers of the world image, the image generated will give mostly Afro-Asian women, which means that all the housekeepers in the world are basically women, and they are basically of Afro-Asian background. I am very sure if you just throw a prompt that show me the pictures of poor people, houses of the poor people, it will show some houses of the rural India. But I am telling, a mud house in rural India doesn't mean that the family is poor. A mud house in a rural India is the culture. Many of the rural people feels that this is their ancestral property, this is their ancestral home, right? And this is a very natural way of home, instead of building concretes and mortars, which will have a very high pollution. Okay, So these are the biasness. I'm just giving you examples. These are the biases, which means that not based on the data, actual data, there are some groups who have pushed these and labeled this data. Okay, right? Many of the cases, the data labeling, if that I'm not stretching it further, many of the cases, the data labeling was been given by some very small money to some of the people who are just above to illiterate, because they will label the data with a very, very cheap price. Right? And those labeling got into the training. And then so these are the messes which are there. This is the biasness mess. One is the generative AI mess, one is the biasness mess, right? And the last thing I will tell, though being a computer science and AI researcher, and this is a guide to all the computer science students here. Don't make an AI model without the domain expert. Many of the times the medical AI models are being built by our own team without consulting a doctor, without going to their discussions. Okay, we think that we are knowledgeable enough to build models on any domain, be it environment, be it geoscience, be it earth science, be it medical, be it law, be it finance. It is not. It is also a problem that the domain experts were not properly involved, right? And the model fails miserably, right? And that model inferences, if it drives, it will give mostly the wrong directions in many of the cases, because it has not been verified. That means not being made human in the loop. Domain experts are not being taken in the human in the loop on that particular model development. And this brought the catastrophe. So these are some of the catastrophes. There are a lot of catastrophes which can be taken from the related researches, right? And these are the things we have to be very cautious when AI may go wrong.
Thank you, sir. That means what data we are feeding into AI model, it depends.
It depends. It has to be well curated and well validated by the domain experts.
Thank you, sir. Let us go to the next question, sir. That is, how do we ensure we don't build a future where the wealthy receive human care while the poor are left with cheap automated bots?
Yeah, so this is a very good question. Like we have digital divide. Digital divide is something which is still ruling, right? But now the digital cost is little bit reduced. So now every people is having some sort of digital system. Now the next generation will come up with AI divide. Okay, as you rightly said, some groups of people have a strong AI tools. Okay, right, and some are being not having that level of AI tools, and that's the competition between organizations, between nations now. Nations are now competing with their AI. So each nation, that means you can be categorized as a developing nation maybe if you have a strong AI backbone. We are lucky that India is now considered fourth in the AI. Okay, I think US, Germany, UK, and maybe Japan close to that. After that, yeah, that means as part the number of activities India is doing. Okay, so maybe China will come. Maybe within top 10 I can tell. Okay, that means India AI is top 10, and this event in February, India wants to become maybe top 3. Okay, by showcasing the AI power. But obviously AI comes with a cost. AI is not free. Okay, so the ways we have to come for social AI is that we have to make cheaper AI solutions, cheaper quality AI solutions, right? And that's why the researchers are required, because when you only drive business only goes to the solutions, but the cost is not so much focused. But when you go to targeted solutions for the social, okay, for health, for environment, okay, for your security, for your agriculture, okay, these are the things which should be going to all the people who have a basic digital interface. not a very high cost. Everyone cannot have a very high cost cloud service. Cloud service comes with a cost. So that is the thing which we are trying to focus, is that portability in the AI. Okay, that means the scalable AI, cost effective AI, okay, right, and reliable AI. But this requires lot of things is to come. People are changing the architecture in the hardware also. Maybe GPU is running very good now, but maybe in the next years neuromorphic computing will be coming up. Okay, because still the energy spent for AI is enormous. People are putting their AI data centers below the ocean to cool down by the water. Okay, but neuromorphic is a different type of processing architecture, because the same our brain processes the same amount of AI what a presently GPU server does, but almost 1/100th of energy spent, because the processing in our brain is neuromorphic. We don't fire all the neurons all point of time, right? And we selectively fire the neurons and fire the different paths in the neurons. So those type of, and we fragment the data into very small pieces. Our memory is completely distributed memory, not a very localized memory like what we do. Every time a processor takes the data from a localized memory, right, it is a lot of amount of that means time for access and energy for access goes. So those are the things which are the neuromorphic computing which are coming up, right? And hopefully the low cost, low energy, reliable AI, okay, will lead to these solutions. But still, as present, AI solution is only good. AI solutions in only is with the richer community. We have to break this.
Thank you, sir. That means AI should be made available to everybody. AI
Yes, cheaper and reliable AI.
Cheaper and more reliable AI.
Right,
and
right.
it should means poor people can also
Yes.
access it.
Yes.
Thank
we
you.
have to make it.
Sir, in this regard, there is another one question, most relevant question, that is, with AI in place, some companies are having monopoly in certain sector. How can they be placed in check so that the power in hand doesn't get misused?
This is the toughest question, I think, to answer, because what happened, many of the companies tried very early, took this step of AI very early. I met Jansen in Delhi in 2023. I will not say I am lucky, but I am the 20 AI researchers Jansen made, the NVIDIA CTO in Delhi 2023 in a conclave, and I was one of the members of that particular conclave to meet Jansen personally, right, and discuss with him something. So Jansen said that for the last 30 years we have changed the processing by introducing GPU. But when he said last 30 years, it means that they have started work maybe last 50 years. Okay, so now that company is dominating. They have started long ago, right? The companies of Microsoft, Google, Amazon, Meta. Okay, though NVIDIA is an infrastructure company, whereas Google, Meta, Microsoft, AWS, they are the companies which are building the AI models. Top AI models are still coming from either Google or Microsoft or AWS or Amazon or Meta. Okay, right? They are recruiting top people from all over the world, right? And they're making their team very strong, and they have a very tough competition. Okay, though some of the things like Perplexity, okay, like Zoho, which are Indian, right, they are also making a good mark. But the thing is that okay, they have pumped huge amount of money, okay, and still, as you said, that some of the companies, okay, like Intel, right, that means it is not good, but Intel is losing out, okay, with NVIDIA, okay, that nobody is now interested about processor now. People are interested about GPU, okay, right? Somewhere AMD has got a little bit market between the two, okay, because AMD started focusing on GPU prior to Intel, but Intel is coming up with a very strong architecture called lake architecture, which they have proposed, I think, very recently, where they have multiple cores in multiple application domains, and they are exchanging the data. So they're coming up. So these companies were pioneer, and they have all focused on AI now. Okay. Now I think in case of more startups should come up, which will try to develop solutions for the social people, because these multinational companies has a different mandate. They are not restricted by the sentiments of a particular zone or a particular country. Okay, their main is to capture the world. The top MNCs, their main motto is to capture the world, right? And capturing the world with their right, and they do it in a they don't do it in a wrong way. They do it in a very professional way, but they start very early and they get a lot of funding. Funding is very important, okay, to get it done. So I think the only thing, the break away from this can be done if we can have startups, and India has a very good opportunity, because India, by its population variation, by its what I can say, demographical variation, itself can produce a lot of data. If we can tap this data, and if we can build our own AI models, India can survive on its own. Okay, I think that's the initiative government of India is taking, building this India AI, which is being headed by some of the people who have taken from corporates and joining the group. So I think that is the direction, but this direction needs to be fast executed, and all the researchers and the young students who will be researchers or will be working somewhere should have a focus that we should first look into or think about our Indian development at the first stage. Okay, we can serve different companies due to our restrictions of jobs, but at the back of the mind it should be that whether in some form we are helping our country, because ultimately our country will give us the best, what I can say, the best place to stay. Whatever countries we go, right? I have visited almost all the continents, but still I come back to India, right, and work in India, because I still feel that whatever you do in your country will be connected to your heart. Whatever you do in other countries, okay, will be connected to your knowledge, to your professional, maybe some finance part, but your heart is best connected when you do work for the country. So that's the motivation. You just get trained from all the different good labs, good companies, but try to think that what you can do for your country, and that motivation, if at least 20% of our educated citizens of our country take and think for India, our country will change.
Thank you, sir, for your emotional thinking. Sir, let's go to our last question that is very much relevant also. That is, if an AI wrongly denies a vulnerable person housing or credit, who is legally responsible? The software vendor or the agency using it?
Yeah, I will give you a much more challenge. This is a very good question. I was in San Francisco in this July. I saw the completely unmanned taxi. It is completely unmanned taxi, and San Francisco roads are very steep slopes. They are very up and down San Francisco roads. Okay, so the man that came out of taxi, and I said, how was the experience? It was a family was going. It came down. I asked, how was the experience? They said, fantastic. Okay, so now the question is, if this car, which is an unmanned car, hits someone, who is responsible? Because the unmanned car is maybe built by Tesla. Let us take, I don't know whether it is Tesla or not, but let us take Tesla. Okay, sensors were from some other companies, maybe from Tesla, maybe from other companies like Cisco, okay, maybe Ericsson, something, right? Communication network was maybe somewhere else. right? Maybe a 5G backbone, okay? Software, okay, software may be coming from maybe Tesla or maybe Google, maybe Microsoft, something, okay, right? Maybe Meta, okay, right? So now there are so many things coming up, and there is no person, right? And maybe the car was sold from a distributor, okay, and now the car hits. So as per the present law goes on, right? It's the responsibility of the car manufacturer. So the thing is that you are buying an X car, whatever inside you don't want to know, okay? But if it fails, right, you have to the particular authority have to put a compensation claim for the car. It's a compensation claim, okay, right? But the thing is that if somebody dies, right, due to them, who will be blamed? Because normally the driver's license is cancelled for some, that means for infinite time. If that means if there is a hit and run case for a thing. So this is the thing, and if the critical thing like fails, what will happen? Okay, this is still there should be someone who is telling that I am the manufacturer of this equipment. So the components are being bought from some different vendors. Still, that is the responsibility of the integrator, okay, who has verified and tested all the scenarios, okay, so that the AI has worked correctly and reliably, okay. But actually there is still an escape route because AI is still maturing. It is not that we have, actually the thing is that you can test for those faults only what is known to you. It's a standard in testing. People in software testing, I think there are people here who know software testing. Software or hardware testing also, whatever, you generate test cases, you can generate test cases for only for the faults which are known to you, which are already known to the community, right? You cannot develop test cases for the faults which are not known. So the challenge is now whether we know all the faults which AI can generate, and can we prepare a perfect test cases to test an AI engine. That is a big challenge now. So what they do, they actually do lot of this guardrails on the real operating AI, so that it doesn't goes over something. But this is really a challenge still. I don't know that this is not a solved problem. The last two questions were still not solved problems.
That means we can't ensure 100% accuracy in case of AI.
No, we cannot ensure, but the guardrails we are pushing and we are trying to make it better and better, right? Because the test cases for AI, I don't think it's all defined in all the domains till now. So we have to develop more, experience more in AI. That's why now in domain the people are still risky. I was discussing with an UK water expert. We work on a program called Digital Water Program, Digital Water India Program. I was discussing with a TCS expert in UK, who is a very expert in water. I was telling that can we put AI for water leakage monitoring? He said that, sir, we can put, but there is always a risk, okay, because AI will tell you something and at the field level it might be something else. So domain experts are not still very much aligned with that at the field level activities, where you are comfortably can visualize what is field and what AI is telling and can accept some and reject some, that's okay. But where in the field level the AI will actually run the next process or will stop the next process, which is very critical, directly connected to the humans, is still the people, still the organizations goes on a very, very conservative way, not a very very aggressive way. Aggressiveness in AI is not still being taken care. People are still working on a conservative AI. So that conservative AI means you just try to make only those things, or you put only those things where the strong damage will not happen.
Thank you, sir. Here we end our chat fair session. Thank you, Professor Dr. Amlan Chakrabarti. Thank you, all our delegates, for being here. Here I end this session.
Thanks to the
Thank you.
moderator also.
please be seated. Thank you, Professor Amlan Chakrabarti and Professor Arijit Kanungo, for guiding such a captivating and stimulating discussion. We'll now proceed to the conversation with our students. 5 students will have the distinct privilege of a direct conversation with our speaker to gain his unique perspective on how artificial intelligence can forge a more sustainable future. Let's have a thoughtful and enlightening discussion. The house is now open for the question and answer session. Please raise your hands one by one. Please introduce yourself and proceed with the question.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, very good morning.
Good morning, sir. I'm SHREE Agrawal. My question for you today is regarding the role of AI. What role can AI play in ensuring equitable access of food for all sections of the society?
Yeah, very good question, and this is a very big problem. Okay, we worked, and we are still in a process. We worked with a lab from University of Florida. They are one of my friend, Professor Choudhury is there, and he suggested me that why don't you work with a problem called it's called the food safety and security. Okay, so food safety means that you will not have adulterated food, and security means that you are providing at least the nutritional requirement for all the groups of the populations in a particular region. So how to do that? So okay, so AI, what AI can do, AI can actually that we can make tools which can understand the condition of the food in terms of its perishability, in terms of its nutritional value, right? And on the other hand, it can do a sample of the population where this will be distributed, and it can know the choices of the food, choices of the different type of nutritional requirement, and you can have an AI band which will take the physiological parameters, and you can connect with the cloud server to know the medical condition of the individual, and can prepare the individual diet automatically using AI, and that individual diet will be pushed, okay, to some central server to understand that what are the food requirements for a given population. And then based on and then there will be some sort of preparation of the food at the back end, right? Either it's the preparation of the food, or it's the vegetables and the fruits which are in your storage. Okay, so we can make an integration of all these things, and you can make our demand supply logistics okay, model, okay, to predict that, okay, what should be the food to be supplied to a particular person, okay, right, for a particular duration. And this can be done, but this is a very big problem where one agency cannot work. It should be multiple food agencies along with the okay, sort of a supply chain management along with an AI. But now what is done is that you can actually book a service. We can actually create a service where people who are old, who cannot prepare or procure their food but have the dietary requirements, so they cannot just general order any food and bring, like Zomato or this, okay, right? This an AI tool can be done where all the nearby restaurants nowadays there are something called contributory people, each of them prepares one dish and they contributes to a central kitchen, right? And from a cloud kitchen, yes, and from the cloud kitchen distribution works. So we can make a tool where at least for the old people and at least for the people who have some sort of medical issues, okay, can take this service, connect to the cloud kitchen, and cloud kitchen can serve the customized food to them. That's only one type of, but it's not solving the entire problem. Entire problem is much bigger. Yeah. You can take a business idea and you can form a startup on this.
So thank you so
Please.
much for your kind words.
Can we have the next question?
Huh.
Good morning, sir. I am Shweta Shaw from BCom Honors. I have a question that in what ways can AI improve access to quality healthcare for marginalized or remote
Yes. Yes, very good.
population?
So we did a little bit pilot project with the health department, government of West Bengal. The rural sector, please sit. The rural sector is basically driven by the people who are called tertiary health workers. They are not doctors, but they are trained to understand some of the symptoms. Okay, in the patients, they go to the house each day. There are maybe 20-30 health workers in a particular region of a rural, and they go to each of the homes, maybe not each day, maybe 1 day or 2 day in each of the homes, and they try to discuss with them if there is any health problem. If there is any health problem, they have the local test facilities, some basic test facilities they will test, and based on the parameters, they have a particular schedule which is always being guided by doctors at the back end. Okay, the schedule is there, and that schedule they prescribe something. If they find the things are very odd, they book an appointment with the district or the block hospital, and the doctors get informed. This is a process which goes on. So what we tried to do, we tried to generate an LLM-based, Bengali LLM-based support service to this tertiary health worker, so that the information what is there from the doctors, okay, when some question is being asked, okay, that needs to be answered based on that particular corpus which the doctors have generated. So to make the task easy, we actually made there a sort of an LLM, SLM we can tell, SLM, which can be again, the corpus can be again updated by the doctor's guidelines, which changes after some periodic intervals. So this is a case what we can do, so that the tertiary health workers can be fast enough. They don't have to think on their own and try to get puzzled with the scenario. They can just give the current scenario, express the current scenario to the SLM, right? And the SLM will guide that what are the things needs to be done at present, and obviously an information to the corresponding doctor at the back end can also be done with the query and the answer. If there is some intervention required, the doctor can guide the health worker to do accordingly. So this is a pilot which was done, but the thing is that when you do on government projects, you have to do a lot of guardrails, because somebody can put a wrong question and can generate a very wrong answer, okay, which goes against the nation, against the state, right? So you have to put a lot of filters on this SLM, so that some of the questions, if asked, also will not be answered, something like that.
Thank you, sir. Good morning, sir. My name is Ranipal. I am from BCom Honor. So my question is that what role does AI play in increasing access to education for girls and women in remote areas?
Yeah, so this is also a very good question, and this is also a lot of this area. I think a lot of work has been going on. This is a good area where a lot of work has been going on. So people are trying to make personalized education based on the requirement. Okay, so Microsoft has a lot of initiatives in this direction. If you look into Microsoft, a lot of initiative in this direction, and also I think. I don't know, especially for the woman, if there is anything, but I think some of the native language tools for education. I think there is a company called Tutopia, which is in Bengal. Tutopia, who has initiated, who's maybe the top person. Subroto meets me often. Maybe he calls me sometimes for some suggestion. Subroto is the key person of that. Subroto Roy. He has a very good infrastructure in the Tangra area of the he has a very good team of multimedia and AI animation. So they are building a lot of this animated. So the thing is that education in the AI may be an animated education, interactive animated education. Other one is an LMS, that means self-paced learning. Okay, so you don't go with a regular course, regular class of faculty teachers in a particular speed, because 40 hours for a credit course of 4, almost 40 lectures has been taken. Many students cannot cope up with that speed. Okay, cannot cope up with the speed. So students doesn't get interest. So you can just do on your own way. If the content is put into the LMS based on your speed, based on your learning rate, it will be, the chapters will be pushed to you, right? And you can learn at your own pace. So there are the LMS based AI interventions are there. Okay, right? And yeah, those are the things I think are there. Yeah. Actually, all are SDG goals. What you are telling now, these are all SDG goals. Okay, food, health. Okay, yeah, the education. These are all SDG goals.
A very good morning, sir. I'm Kanak Rathor from the BBA department of semester 3. And my question is, to what extent do the AI technologies surveillance threaten the personal privacy and the human rights?
Yeah, that means, see, to drive AI, you need to capture data. Okay, if you want to do a diagnostics of your present physical condition, health condition, you have to capture the data with your smart app, with a smart watch, right? And the data goes to the cloud, and then you don't know what happens. Though you get an inference, but you don't know that what happens with the cloud data, right? So that is always a risk which is there basically, right? It might not be the common people like us, but there are very stalwarts in the country, in the government level stalwarts, okay, maybe performance, okay, who are stars in their own field. They are very serious people, right? And if their data is leaked, that means, okay, this X have a high blood sugar. Stock market of that company, if he is heading a company, stock market of the company falls with that only information that this particular the top boss of the organization have been found with a high blood sugar or some sort of heart problem, right? So this is the risk. This is the risk which can happen. So I think when you are working with a health data and using AI, try to use only the services and only the clouds which are which has a data protection guarantee. Okay, data protection guarantee. So normally the data protection guarantee means whatever your memory space you are using to host your data and your model, that memory space will be completely encrypted for all others. It is only you who can come in and get out of the memory space. Nobody else can come in and get out of the memory space, including the people of the service provider also. So that is what is required, and that is only being maintained by the companies who knows that a certain shortcoming from the mandate will lead to a very wrong consequences. So when you are working with health data, please work with and AI, please work with the services which are very, very well recognized and which works on the Data Protection Act.
Thank you, sir.
Hello, good afternoon, sir. My name is Piyush Kumar Dugar and I am pursuing BSc major. Sir, my question is that do you think using AI tools like ChatGPT or any other apps, does it decreases critical thinking skills of a researcher?
Yeah, very good question. So I will say here is that don't don't use ChatGPT on the domains which you don't know. If you don't know a domain, you should study and you should come up with your own thought. Use the ChatGPT for those work which you know, but you just want to finish them within small amount of time. Don't try to depend on ChatGPT on the knowledge what it generates. Try to depend on the, suppose you are office boss, okay, right? And you hire a sort of a chaprasi. Okay, I'm not demotivating a chaprasi's work, but I'm telling that chaprasi, okay, right? You know what chaprasi does, everything you know, but you can't do it because you don't have the time to do it. That is where you use ChatGPT. Okay, if you feel that your ChatGPT will do something which you don't know well, then you fail miserably in two ways. One is that you don't have the confidence because ChatGPT can go wrong. Okay, second is that people will pay ChatGPT the price, not you, because you don't know the thing. So please use the ChatGPT on the domains where you are really good and you just want to save time. So you want to do 4 things in 4 minutes, but you know the domain. You have a full control that what ChatGPT comes out with. If it is wrong, I can correct it. If it is good, I can pass it. You are over ChatGPT. If you consider you below ChatGPT, then you are gone.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Professor, for taking our questions and sharing your valuable point of view with us. I would now request Professor Chakrabarti to distribute the certificates. I call on stage Rashi Agarwal, Sweta Shaw, Rani Paul, Ayush Kumar Duggar and Kanak Rathore.
Thank you, congratulations. Thank you. Thank you.
I would request Professor Dr. Amlan Chakrabarti to present the certificate to our anchor of the day, Anshika Raut.
Very good
Thank
job.
you, Anshika, for handling the
You did
session so
excellently
well.
well. Excellent. Done?
To capture this special moment from today's event, I would now like to invite the chairman to join Professor Amlan Chakrabarti and our respected teacher in charge and our 5 participating students for an official photograph. Let's mark this occasion with a warm round of applause as they join us. As we bring this significant seminar to a close, I am filled with immense gratitude for the collective wisdom and forward-thinking spirit that has filled this space. It has been a day of genuine inspiration and critical learning on the vital intersection of artificial intelligence and our planet's future. My foremost thanks is reserved for our honored speaker, Professor Dr. Amlan Chakrabarti. Your willingness to impart groundbreaking knowledge on sustainable AI systems has been a gift to us all. Your perspective has not only informed us, but has also charted a course for actionable change. Thank you so much, sir, for taking precious time from your busy schedule to share your invaluable views and insights with us. We are truly privileged to have had the honor of your company today. Thank you, sir. I must also extend my profound thanks to our chairman, Shri Mahabir Prasad Prof. Your belief in this initiative and your meticulous oversight have been the cornerstone upon which this event was built. Your support has been indispensable to its success. A distinct and heartfelt note of gratitude is extended to the remarkable team from the Times of India for architecting such an exceptional platform that fosters profound and inspiring engagement for students. Your pivotal role in connecting established visionaries with aspiring minds is both invaluable and deeply praiseworthy. Building upon this, we reserve our special thanks for our teacher in charge, Professor Shobhanita Datta. While we have thanked those who illuminated the stage, you are the one who built it. Your visionary curation of today's theme, your meticulous orchestration of every detail, and your steadfast mentorship formed the essential foundation for this dialogue. We are truly grateful for your exceptional guidance, the true catalyst of this grand event's success. Thank you to our moderator, Professor Arijit Kanungo, for facilitating such a thoughtful and stimulating conversation. Thank you to the members of Seminar Subcommittee for their support and cooperation. I would like to extend our heartfelt gratitude to Professor Kumarjit Mondal, Shri Shomnath Ghosh and Shri Shomodeep Ghosh for technical assistance, and Shri K.V. Rao and Shri Raju Sinha Roy for helping with the arrangements. And finally, to the vibrant pulse of this gathering, our astute and passionate students. Your insightful questions and earnest engagement have transformed this from a lecture into a true exchange. This event found its life and energy through you. To each person here, your presence has elevated our purpose. Let us depart not just with new knowledge, but with the renowned resolve to be architects of a future where intelligence and sustainability are inextricably linked. Thank you for your part in this pivotal dialogue. Thank you all and have a wonderful day ahead.